So we're getting ready to continue the next part of our Scout 101 build. As you can see what I have in front of me here, we've got both versions of our 2-in-1 exhaust that we're going to be getting ready to put on the bike. Last video we showed we had just finished installing the S&S intake. We ran it on the dyno and got its numbers. Now we're getting ready to put our exhaust on, and I've got both versions. This is our 2 heat shield version, and then we've also got our 3 heat shield version available. So we'll be installing that here next, and then running that on the dyno to get the numbers that the pipe makes. And then once we have that on, we'll do a full tune to the bike, and then we'll dyno it again. So stay tuned. To install the new torqued 2-in-1 exhaust, first thing we're going to do is remove the old exhaust. We're going to start by removing these 2 number 10 bolts down here, and then underneath, right around this area here, underneath here, there is a number 4 bolt that's got a clamp that holds the muffler on. So once we take those 3 bolts out, we'll be able to slide the muffler out of the end. So I've now removed the 2 10mm bolts out of the end, and I also went ahead and I loosened the number 4 hex bolt here. So now at this point we can remove the muffler. So now with the muffler removed, the next step is to remove the header pipe. There are 2 13mm nuts on each of the heads. So those are the head bolts that you're going to want to remove next. Once you remove those, you should be able to pull the head pipe off. Once you've removed all 4 of the nuts on your head bolts, you're going to want to then, as you're pulling your exhaust out, you're going to want to be careful and make sure that you pull it away just a little bit, and then you're going to take a 13mm, or I'm sorry, actually a 16mm wrench, and you're going to break loose your O2 sensors. One other thing to note, as you're pulling the head pipe off, you probably are going to want to give yourself a little bit more clearance here to get it out. Go ahead and take both of these 15mm bolts out and take your foot control down out of the way. That'll give you more space to be able to pull the head pipe out. Now with the foot control out of the way, there's plenty of room to pull the head pipe out. Once you pull your head pipe down, now you're going to take your O2 sensors out. You got your rear and your front O2 sensor. I've already cracked them loose here with a 16mm wrench. Once you do that, now you can just take and spin them out. Just set them to the side. Repeat the same step for the front. Now the last part is to remove the muffler support bracket. In order to do that, you've got an 8mm hex here and here that we're going to remove. Once we pull those 2 out, then there is a 24mm nut here that comes off. Once that comes off, we should be able to just pull the support bracket off. So now we've taken the rear muffler support bracket off. Now you have a couple of options. So you'll have this bolt that'll remain on the bike that'll stick out. So you can either do a few different things here. Either one, some people will choose just to chop it off if you're never going to use it again, if you're never going to go back to stock. You can just take and put the original washer and nut that was holding the bracket on, which will eat up a little bit of the space, but you're still going to have some stick out. Or lastly, your other option is Lawless Garage makes a rear crash bar that bolts into these 2 holes and slides over this bolt, which will cover it, and then it'll make it so that you'll never even see it. Alright, so at this point we've got the original exhaust completely removed from the bike. So now we're going to begin to install the new torqued 2-in-1 pipe. For this installation, we're going to go with the 2 heat shield version. So we've got our 2 heat shield version of their exhaust, and this process is exactly the same whether you're using the 2 heat shield version or the 3 heat shield version. Makes no difference. But basically you're going to work backwards. We're going to take that pipe, we're going to kind of get it held up in place by the heads, and while we have it there, we'll attach the O2 sensors. You're going to want to twist them backwards, opposite direction from the way you're going to screw it in, because as you screw it in, it's going to twist, so you don't want the cable to kind of bind up. You're going to do that for both of the O2 sensors. Once you get the O2 sensors in, you'll tighten that down with your 16 millimeter wrench, and then you'll begin to fit it to the rear and front header bolts. Make sure you're also wearing gloves when you're touching the pipe, because you don't want, on a brand new pipe, you don't want the oils from your hands to get on there, and when it starts to heat up and burn, and you can see discoloration. Also, one other thing to note, it is recommended that you replace your front and rear head gaskets. You should, anytime you replace the exhaust, you should get them. You can pick up a set from your local Indian dealership, or we can also, if you contact us and you want a set, we can get you a set as well. But yeah, you should always replace those gaskets when you're installing a new exhaust. All right, so just prior to putting the header pipe back on the bike, you're going to want to install your 2 springs that go between the front and rear header pipe to the collector. There is a 3rd spring that will get installed, but that'll go on after you put the muffler on and after the pipe's already attached to the bike. It'll go between here on the collector, and then there's a spot on the muffler that it'll connect to. Because as you can see, I've already gone ahead and installed one of the springs. We're going to take another one and use a spring puller, and we're just going to connect that from one to the other. So basically, put that in here, and then we'll use the spring puller tool to pull that and stretch it to connect it to here. Okay, so we've got both springs installed now from the collector to the head pipes. We've gone ahead and we've reinstalled the O2 sensors on both the rear and the front pipe. One thing to note would be is if your front O2 cable, it feels like it's a little too short, you can right inside here, the connector that it plugs into, the O2 sensor plugs into, you can remove the strap that's back there, turn it around 180 degrees, and then strap it back down, and that'll give you more length on your cable. Now we're going to just take that, now that we got those back in there, we're going to go ahead and fit that back up to the heads. Alright, so we've got our header pipes fit back in place. A couple things to note. Make sure that you tighten your nuts on the header bolts to factory specifications. You can do that on the front and the rear. Also, before you tighten them all the way, you might want to take a plastic tool or something like that and just sit it between the case here and the pipe, just to make sure that it keeps a good gap so that the pipe isn't sitting on the case. And this way, once you go back and get the muffler hooked up later, next in the next step, we'll come back and pull this out, but that'll keep the gap here so that it's not rubbing or touching or anything like that. You can also at this point, and you can also do this if you prefer, before this point, before putting the header pipe on, but the bracket for the muffler, we're going to attach it using the 2 original bolts that we took out of the original mounting bracket for the muffler, for the original system's muffler. But we're going to reuse those 2 bolts. I've got them in there right now, but they are still loose. I left them loose because there is a little bit of play. There's a slotted hole on both of those. There's also a slot a little bit on this bracket. So until we get the muffler fitted up, that gives us adjustment to pull all that together where it should be. Just note that when you go to tighten these 2 bolts later, you're going to need a little stubby number 8 in order to fit it up in here, because otherwise it will be kind of tight to get it in there. But yeah, if you have a stubby, you'll be just fine. Alright, so now that we've got our header pipes on, we've got our rear muffler bracket just loosely on for now. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to take a look at our muffler. So you have an option here as well. You've got muffler that is basically just a open can there, or you can put DB killer in. Now I will say the DB killers do quiet it down a little bit, But the other thing that we have noticed, we have run it obviously here on the dyno with the DB killer in and with it out. It does make a couple more horsepower, torque, having the DB killer in versus out. So typically I tend to choose to run the DB killer in. Still sounds really good, but you just get a little bit more power. So next step is we're going to take the DB killer and we're going to install it. And basically it just goes in the end of this pipe here. However, in order to do that, there is a little snap ring. Let me see if I can get a better view of it here. But there is a snap ring here, this little black ring that goes around here that you have to remove. And when you pull that out, there is a little spacer that is inside of here as well. That spacer will have to come out when you're going to run the DB killer. So you'll pull the snap ring out, you'll pull the little spacer out, and then you're going to put the DB killer in, and then put the snap ring back in to hold the DB killer in. So we're going to do that now. So here we have the muffler. We now have the little filler plate, little filler ring out. So we did get that, pull that out, and the snap ring. So that was holding the filler plate in. Once the filler plate comes out, or I'm sorry, once the snap ring comes out, then the little filler ring that's in here is pretty tight. I will tell you, you're going to have to take a probably a chisel, or you're going to have a pry bar or something that's long enough to go in from this end of the exhaust down to the bottom, and you're going to put it up against the lip of the lip of this ring, and you're just going to kind of take a little hammer and you're going to kind of beat it out, because it is very, very tight fitting inside of the muffler. But once you get that out, then you can take your DB killer and you're just going to set your DB killer down inside of the muffler, and then you're going to take your snap ring and you'll work that back around. You'll start on one end of it, feeding it in, and then just work it around until you pop it all the way back in. Make sure that it is all the way seated inside of the groove, because if you don't, you might hear some vibration of the snap ring and the DB killer. So make sure you get it pushed up all the way inside, work it all the way inside. We're going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, and as you can see now, we've got the snap ring is back inside, holding the DB killer in place. We've made sure that it is pushed up under the lip that's here, so that this way there's no rattling or vibrations. So now we're ready to take the muffler and we're ready to install it onto the end of our head pipe. When we do that, we're going to use these two bolts to attach it to through the bracket here to the back side of the muffler here. Once we get all of that on and we get it adjusted where we want it, then we can look at getting this bracket tightened up. We'll have these two bolts here to tighten, and we'll have these two bolts here to tighten. So we're going to go ahead and put that on now. One other thing that you want to do before you put the muffler on is you just get yourself some anti-seize lubricant, and you're going to want to put a little bead of that on the inside of the pipe of the muffler. What that'll do, that'll just make it easier so that if you ever have to take the muffler off, it'll come back off easier. Alright, so now we got the muffler on, it's installed. Went ahead and after we got the muffler on, we tightened up, as I mentioned before, all of the bolts. So you've got, trying to see if I get a good view of it, but you got the two back here that attach the muffler to the bracket. You've got these two here that attach the two brackets together, and then you've got these two here that attach the bracket to the frame. Also, after you do that and you got the muffler on, you're going to want to go ahead and attach your last spring. But that is pretty much your last step as far as the exhaust is concerned. You can see that's all done. We got everything tightened up. So the last thing that we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put back on our foot control. One thing that I will note with the foot controls is right now we have forward controls on ours. If you have mid controls, pipe still works. What we provide in the kit are 2 spacers, because you will have to install 2 spacers, which brings it out. They're just thin spacers, but it does bring it out just enough to clear the heat shield. But they're in the kit as well if you do have the mid controls. So we're going to go ahead and put the foot control back on. All right, so there it is. She's all back together. You can get a good look at the pipe. Looks good. Everything's good to go. So that's it. If you have any questions, you can contact us or reach us at torque.com. Our phone number's there, everything, contact information. You can reach us on social media. But I'll go ahead and fire her up now and get to hear what she sounds like.